I just wanted to come in here real quick, give a quick update, at least of the more in-depth details of kind of what's going to happen for our day on Saturday here. So what we're looking at right now is this is our Alberta Clipper, or our low pressure system. It originates out of the province of Alberta, Canada, which is this province here. And usually these systems kind of swing through and go through parts of North Dakota and then into Minnesota. But our difference with this setup is we also have a low pressure system coming out of parts of Montana and Wyoming. Basically, this system, or this low pressure system, is going to end up basically blocking much of this moisture, and basically low pressures thrive on that temperature difference, and it's going to cut off any warm air basically going into this northern one, any moisture or anything like that. So basically this is going to end up killing off this low pressure system, which makes this one the stronger one. But the thing with this is it also has a little more of a southerly track, which means we're not going to get our normal track with our Alberta Clipper versus this one, and that will keep all the heavy snow across parts of South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, and then southern Minnesota. So in terms of snowfall totals, nothing really too impressive. We can see our Alberta Clipper as it dies off. It's going to happen pretty quick, and snowfall totals will drop off quickly as well with that. But we could see a good couple of inches across southern Minnesota into parts of South Dakota, Iowa, and Nebraska during our day on Saturday. Basically, it's just going to be a really quick shot of some heavy snow. It's really not going to accumulate a whole lot on like the tar or any surfaces like that, just because it's still so warm. But grassy surfaces, still warm, but we could still see a few inches, especially with it should be some decently heavy snowfall. So it should at least somewhat stick onto the surface. I don't know if we're necessarily going to get close to 4 inches, but 1 to 3 inches wouldn't be out of the question across southern Minnesota, just depending on how fast we are able to accumulate that snow. But regardless kind of what we're looking at here, we see our system come through. This is right around 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're already seeing that heavy snow. And then the system will, as it starts to strengthen a little bit on the north side and gets a little bit cooler air, we will see us saturate and see a little bit more snow across southern Minnesota. Not expecting much in terms of accumulation here. This would be just some lighter snow that could fall. And I know I'll be down at the Minnesota United game, so we might even see some snow during that, which would be really, really pretty to see. But that system does work its way out by the time we head about 6, 7 o'clock on Saturday night. But we could also see some remnants of our system here. Not uncommon to see some isolated, scattered snow flurries. So that would be probably the bulk of our snow for us, would be just some isolated scattered flurries later on in the day. So not expecting a whole lot with that, but wouldn't be shocked to see a few kind of snowflakes for our day tomorrow. And then in terms of looking into the future here, this is our main trough that we're seeing for this weekend. That's going to bring us with this big system, and this big dip down is basically just cold air coming into our area. But if you look behind this, well, we form almost like a decent ridge here behind it, which allows a lot of warm air to kind of come up from the south and up into Minnesota and our area, upper Midwest. So by the time we head into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even through Thursday potentially, and then maybe even honestly through a good chunk of our whole week, might not be till late Thursday or Friday where we start to cool off again a little bit. But I wouldn't be shocked to see those temperatures back into those mid to upper 40s, even some 50s, not out of the question for either Monday or Tuesday. And honestly, it's going to be fairly nice out there once again. Southern Minnesota probably well into the 50s. So it's much nicer weather, not really anything kind of like what we're used to for late fall, November. So much warmer weather is on the way, but overall, not expecting much in terms of snowfall for tomorrow. Maybe some flurries wouldn't be out of the question, but we should be fairly dry, but also should be fairly cold. So a little shot of winter, but we're going to flip right back into some fall-like temperatures after that. So if anyone has any questions or anything, feel free. I'll gladly answer questions, but just don't expect a whole lot for snow. So snow lovers, hang on. We will get to you eventually. It just might take a little bit longer.